Well, welcome again to Moonshots, and from wherever you are around the world, I trust that this week has been wonderful for you. I'm in New Zealand over here for a week working with a couple of clients, and there's one young entrepreneur in a growing niche of specialized wellness that I'm working with, and he revealed in our conversations that he's been rapidly changing some of the visible aspects of the business without considering necessarily the ramifications or the scope of the impacts. And excited as we get in business or in personal life or relationships or our endeavors, if we go through the motions in the hope that we're going to get lucky, then we really shouldn't be surprised if we don't find it. And an uncle of mine who was quite successful taught me very early on that luck is a mixture of preparation and opportunity. And last week I shared about seeing the opportunities that surround us and being mindful of those things. Today is about the preparation required to effectively act with purpose when you encounter such opportunities because of what you conceive is possible with and through the opportunity that's in front of you or what you see. So to set the frame, first off, I think we need to differentiate between the difference between sight and vision. So sight is the faculty or facility or power of seeing things. Yet vision is deeper. Vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination and with depth and with clarity and with wisdom. John Demartini is a human behavior expert that I've followed for some years and I've learned quite a lot from. And one of his key quotes is that your vitality in life is directly proportionate to the vividness of your vision. So if we break this down and compare it to everyday experiences, we see that there's again this relationship with nature. At some point in life, we would have met someone who's bubbly, vibrant, outgoing, energetic. And then there are others that we meet that don't seem to know what they're doing, aren't quite sure, have negative connotations, they talk about things differently, even to where you might have seen somebody or met somebody who wears spectacles that are smeared, lots of greasy fingerprints all over them. And you ask, well, how can you see through those? How can you really see what it is you're doing? Or possibly you've been driving during the day or at night through a really thick, they refer to pea soup, thick fog or heavy fog, or even a torrential rainstorm where you just can't see. So without absolute clarity of what's in front of us or what's around us, then we can never be absolutely sure that we're understanding what we're looking at or where our destination is and where we're heading to. And so it is with people in their life. If they're not clear, if they're not sharp, if they're not focused, if things are blurry in their life, then they're not going to be able to push forward. So if you're finding yourself in that position, then learn that your emotional, your spiritual, your physical, your mental vitality is a reflection of the clarity that you have in each of these areas of your life. And if they're dulled or dimmed or dirty or distracted, then you're not going to have a clearly defined and brilliantly illuminated purpose. So the other thing is that without that clarity, it's difficult to generate the energy that's going to be required and the mental vitality to achieving the fullness of what is your potential and what your potential will demand of you. Therefore, you're going to deny yourself the rewards, that place among the stars that's reserved for those who have maintained a clarity, who are clear on their vision, their mission, their path, their goals, their values, with a clear objective. It's certainly all things are going to be easier to focus on. Yet many, and I have to include myself in this from time to time, suffer from what Curran Ray refers to as shiny objectitis. That is, that we're getting distracted by lots of different ideas or things that seem to pop up. And with the already hectic 35,000 plus conscious decisions that our brain has to make each day, then the acute attention to the things and tasks that really matter and are really going to make a difference, then they get lost in this fog of fancifulness. You'll have heard that goals should be reflected on regularly. Now, whether that's once a quarter, or whether that's monthly, or whether that's weekly, or whether that's every day as part of your routine to renew your intentions, the key reason is so that they remain top of mind and at the forefront of your thoughts, then your words, then your actions, your behaviors, and your habits. So they will then elevate you towards a consistent effort, towards achieving the things that you value the most and the highest. And if you haven't already, then I want to encourage you this week to unplug from your life for about an hour and find a quiet place where you can push your thoughts out to the universe and see what you're connected to and where that takes you. Embark on a journey of deep exploration into your dreams of the who, the what, the where, the how, the when, and the why you are and you will be in 2, 3, or 5 years' time. Don't limit your thoughts to what's happened in your life, whatever's a history behind you. Push your ego and your domesticated conditioning aside to embrace the expanse of what's possible. Here's the kicker. The ideas that you receive are like, as I've spoken before, the tides of life. They will bring you opportunity and they will bring you dreams. Yet if you don't recognize them, if you won't act on them, if you're not prepared to diligently pursue them and actively work to engage yourself in a pursuit of them, then they're simply going to flow to the shores of someone else who will. Don't be a watcher or a wanderer. Be a maker. Be a striver, an achiever. Don't care for what others think or say if you can see the dream. Walk away from those who say you'll never do it and you aren't qualified or it's too difficult, because they're only seeing things the way they see things. They're only thinking the way that they think. They're only commenting on what they are limited in their belief on. As always, live, love, and serve. Next week I'll share some gems on fear, how to face fear, and how it's the killer of dreams.